Besides being two of the most legendary and influential figures in WWE history, The Rock and Vince McMahon have starred in unforgettable moments inside and outside the ring, leaving their mark on generations of wrestling fans. On one hand, The Rock became a true entertainment legend, conquering Hollywood and amassing a huge fortune with his film career. On the other, Vince McMahon was the mastermind behind WWE, building a multi-million-dollar empire that turned wrestling into a global spectacle. But have you ever stopped to think about which one of them leads the more luxurious life? In this video, you'll watch a fierce battle between The Rock and Vince McMahon. Both tycoons own extremely expensive properties, but which one lives in the most valuable mansion? The Rock's most expensive mansion, on the other hand, is a luxurious mansion situated on a 3.67-acre plot in Beverly Hills, California. Although there are few records of the interior of the property, you can see that Dwayne Johnson's estate can offer him a lot of privacy, leisure, and comfort. Looking almost like a resort, the mansion has a number of amenities such as a large green space, a cinema room with comfortable armchairs, a tennis court, a leisure area with a swimming pool, and even another heated swimming pool that is completely covered. And to acquire this Mediterranean-style mansion, the star had to shell out a real fortune. According to some sources, The Rock had to pay a whopping $27.8 million. The most expensive property Vince McMahon owns is his mansion on a 10-acre plot in the town of Greenwich, in the state of Connecticut. Little is known about its interior, but it is believed that the mansion, named Conyers Farm, is the tycoon's main address, especially as it is only a 30-minute drive from WWE headquarters in Stamford. According to some portals, the mansion was bought for $25 million, and in 2006 it already had an estimated price of $40 million, which must have skyrocketed over the years. In other words, Vince McMahon wins this round. Both WWE celebrities like to drive high-powered vehicles, but who owns the most luxurious cars? Among the cheaper cars that Vince has more than one model of is a Lincoln Town Car Limousine, an elegant vehicle often used by celebrities who don't give up a lot of luxury and sophistication. This car is priced at $30,000, but as the tycoon has several models in his garage, he has probably spent much more than that on them. Vince has also been spotted with a 1967 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray, one of the most sought-after muscle cars for car enthusiasts, which stands out for its classic aggressive style and high level of performance on the road. And it's no wonder that the promoter's vehicle is valued at $50,000, but the car was destroyed when Stone Cold poured cement over it. Some sources also estimate that he has a Mercedes-Benz SL 600 in his garage, a classic car with a timeless design, powered by a V12 engine capable of producing 390 horsepower. And to give you an idea of the price, Vince McMahon's car has an estimated value of $130,000. It is speculated that the wrestling mogul also owns an Audi R8, one of the automaker's highest performance vehicles, equipped with a V10 engine that produces 560 horsepower. This machine can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 4 seconds, which is probably why it's priced at $150,000. Vince also owns a Bentley Continental GT, a super sophisticated car from the renowned Bentley luxury car brand. The interior of the vehicle is stunning, with top-of-the-range finishes and, of course, it is equipped with a super powerful engine capable of easily exceeding 186 miles per hour. And for those who want to own a car like this, you need to shell out around $200,000. Going even higher, some rumors suggest that Vince owns a Lamborghini Aventador, a sports supercar capable of reaching impressive speeds and among the fastest cars in the world. The vehicle has a 770 horsepower engine that accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in an incredible 2.8 seconds, reaching a top speed of 217 miles per hour. And to acquire this super machine, you may have to shell out more than $400,000. The most luxurious car he is believed to own is a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a super elegant large sedan for those who like imposing automobiles. The interior of the vehicle has an impeccable finish, with first-rate materials that bring a lot of sophistication to the environment. And to own one of these cars, you may have to shell out more than $450,000. Meanwhile, The Rock has been seen with several cars, such as custom Ford F-1000 worth over $20,000, $35,000 Plymouth Prowler, 1971 Chevy Chevelle worth $55,000, Ford F-150 $75,000, $80,000 Jaguar F-Type, $89,000 Mercedes-Benz V-Class. Ford F-450 $95,000. $105,000 Cadillac Escalade. $110,000 Range Rover Sport. 1969 Chevrolet Camaro for $120,000. BMW i8 at $130,000. $140,000 Porsche Taycan. Porsche Panamera for $145,000. $150,000 Aston Martin Vantage. McLaren 650s for $180,000. $210,000 Aston Martin DB9. Bentley Continental GT for $220,000. Ferrari 458 from $250,000. Lamborghini Huracan from $300,000. Ferrari F12 Berlinetta from $310,000. Rolls-Royce Cullinan for $340,000. $350,000 Rolls-Royce Wraith. $450,000 Lamborghini Aventador. $500,000 Ford GT660. Already in his millions, he has been spotted with a McLaren P1, a super sports car capable of attracting a lot of attention wherever it goes, the price of the latest models of which can easily exceed $1.2 million. Even more expensive, Dwayne Johnson has already taken a photo with a Ferrari LaFerrari model, a stunning vehicle with a modern and futuristic design, capable of enchanting anyone who likes sports cars. And it's no wonder that to have this incredible vehicle in your garage, you may have to shell out a real fortune. It can be found for more than $1.4 million. The most expensive car The Rock has ever seen is a beautiful Pagani Huayra, a sports model coveted by many motoring enthusiasts. The sports car has a modern design with an impeccable finish, and if the actor really has this car, he may have shelled out more than $2.6 million. And because he has more expensive cars, The Rock wins this round. Point for him. To travel in maximum comfort, both businessmen use private jets, but who has the most luxurious aircraft? Vince has at his disposal, for example, the WWE jet, a beautiful Bombardier Global 5000 aircraft. This is a large aircraft of approximately 96 feet in length, which comfortably accommodates up to 16 passengers in a luxury cabin, which has ergonomic seating, a meeting or dining area, an elegant galley, and a place to rest during the trip. The jet also stands out for its intercontinental range, with a top speed of around 590 miles per hour. The WWE aircraft is used not only by Vince, but also by other big names who work for the company, such as Triple H and his daughter Stephanie McMahon, when they travel for business. And to give you an idea of how much the aircraft costs, some sources estimate that the jet was bought for $27 million. The Rock, on the other hand, has a Gulfstream G650, one of the fastest and most modern jets on the market. And although it's not known exactly how much the actor paid for this aircraft, some sources estimate that his jet is worth $65 million. Back in 2023, it was reported that The Rock bought a Bombardier Global 7500, the largest business jet currently on the market. It's a large aircraft, especially when it comes to private jets, measuring 110 feet in length, offering plenty of interior space for quiet and comfortable trips. The Global 7500 has 4 living spaces. The cabin's dining area can be converted into a meeting space, and the seats have concealable side tables. And to give you an idea of the price, Dwayne Johnson's new jet is worth $72 million. Since The Rock has more valuable aircraft, he wins this round. In this round, we'll find out which of the two tycoons has the most lucrative businesses, Vince McMahon or The Rock. Starting with Vince McMahon, one of the promoter's first sources of income was as a wrestling commentator, a position he held for many years and which certainly brought him some financial return. Back in the 1990s, when the WWF was on the rise, the businessman created ICAPRO, a protein supplement that was promoted at wrestling events, but which was eventually discontinued. Through WWE Studios, Vince also invested in a career as a film producer, being involved in some films starring big names from WWE, such as The Scorpion King with The Rock, See No Evil with Kane, The Marine with John Cena, The Call with Halle Berry and David Otunga, among many others. With his keen eye for business, he also created the WWE Network in 2014, the company's streaming service, which replaced the traditional pay-per-view model. Outside of wrestling, Vince has also ventured into other sports, such as the World Bodybuilding Federation, a bodybuilding organization he founded in the 1990s, and the XFL, an alternative professional American soccer league. Another major business in the world of sports that he created, apart from his involvement with wrestling of course, was Alpha Entertainment, a private company responsible for managing and relaunching the XFL in 2018. In addition to all these businesses, Vince is known to have invested in Tap Out, a fitness fashion startup that became a WWE partner, and in 2024, it was announced by PW Insider that he had teamed up with former co-workers to launch a new entertainment company focused on film and TV productions. The Rock, on the other hand, one of his ventures is his production company 7 Bucks Productions, which has already released several successful films starring him, such as Rampage, Jumanji, The Next Level, Hobbs and Shaw, Red Notice, among others. In the fitness industry, Dwayne launched Athletico in 2019, a mega event with lectures focused on athletics and well-being. He has also launched his own app called The Rock Clock, which has a motivational alarm clock and a goal plan for those looking to improve their physique. In the world of American soccer, it was announced in the media that The Rock and other partners had acquired the XFL Professional League for $15 million. Dwayne Johnson also has investments in the drinks business, being, for example, one of the partners in Zoa Energy, an energy drink made for those who need more energy. And the venture was so successful that he and his partners expanded the business, launching ZOA Plus Powder in 2023, an NSF-certified pre-workout brand for sports. Another of the star's recent ventures is Papatui, a men's skincare company. According to some sources, The Rock also joined the board of TKO Group Holdings Inc., the company that owns UFC and WWE, in early 2024. And it is speculated that he pocketed $30 million to join the board and attend WrestleMania. Another of the actor's biggest deals is his stake in the Teremana tequila brand, which since its launch has been a huge hit with the public and is now worth billions of dollars. And it's on social media that Johnson does a lot of publicizing of his companies. On YouTube, for example, he has more than 6.8 million subscribers, where he makes money by promoting his products. On Instagram, it's no different, because he's one of the most followed celebrities in the world, with around 395 million people and potential customers. And to give you an idea, because of his massive following, he contractually demands up to $4 million to promote his own films on social media. But he also takes advantage of his fame to advertise for other companies such as Apple, Voss, Under Armour, and many others. To give you an idea of values, it is estimated that in 2017 the actor's partnership with Ford alone earned him around $15 million a year. But it is estimated that his biggest advertising contract is with the Under Armour sports brand, with some sources estimating that the actor receives around $25 million a year. And since we don't know how much they earn from each business, let's consider this round a tie. As two of the richest men in WWE, there's no doubt that they've made a lot of money throughout their careers. But which one has the highest net worth? The Rock, for example. At the beginning of his wrestling career, he was wrestling for just $40. At his peak in the WWE, The Rock's salary reached millionaire figures, with sources estimating that he earned around $5 million a year. But it was as a Hollywood movie actor that Dwayne Johnson really made his money. To give you an idea of values, it's estimated that he received around $5.5 million for the Scorpion King, $9 million for the other guys, $10 million for Fast and Furious 6, $12.5 million for The Rundown, $14 million for Central Intelligence, $15 million for Furious 7, $20 million for Hobbs and Shaw, $20 million for Hercules, $22 million for Jungle Cruise, $22.5 million for Black Adam, $23.5 million for Jumanji, The Next Level, $23.5 million for Red Notice, $25 million for San Andreas, and an incredible $50 million for Red One, which is the highest salary paid to a single actor before box office bonuses. And it's no wonder that The Rock has been considered the highest paid actor in the world several times, his peak being in 2018 when it was estimated that he received around $124 million in a year, making him the highest paid actor of all time. And although no one knows exactly what his fortune is, many sources estimate that Dwayne Johnson has a net worth of around $800 million. But it's possible that this figure is much higher, since depending on the size of his stake in Terramana Tequila, it's speculated that he may already have reached billionaire status. Vince McMahon is not far behind in this contest. The bulk of his fortune was accumulated thanks to his position as CEO of WWE, where he received a salary of $5.6 million a year. But, as you might imagine, Vince was also the largest holder of the company's shares and occasionally sold them to raise more funds for his other ventures. To give you an idea, in 2017 he sold 3.34 million shares, which resulted in a gain of $100 million. 2 years later, when the WWE was valued, he sold another 3.2 million shares for a profit of $272 million. And even though he stepped down as president of the company, that doesn't mean he didn't continue to own a large part of it. Before merging the WWE with the UFC, Vince McMahon had a 38% shareholding. After joining the presidency team of TKO Group Holdings, the company resulting from the merger of the two companies, Vince still owns a good portion of the business. And although there is disagreement about the exact number of his stake in TKO, some sources estimate that at the time of the merger, the market value of the new business was $14.5 billion, meaning that the tycoon must own a good chunk of that amount. To give you an idea, in March 2024 alone, he sold a small part of his stake, estimated at 5.4 million shares, and made a profit of $400 million. And that's why some sources currently estimate Vince McMahon's net worth at $3.2 billion, placing him at the top of the ranking of the world's richest wrestling personalities. So, it's clear that Vince McMahon wins this round. At the end of this fight, we have 3 points for The Rock against 3 points for Vince McMahon, making this battle a tie. But if you believe there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, Dios to satisfy your curiosity.